boy. Today we get to talk about something really darn insane. We get to talk about obliterating the hand that feeds. We get to talk about clout chasing and such a crazed desire for attention. And we get to talk about repercussions and what happens next. We get to talk about something that I've never considered doing in 13 years of YouTube, and it's very strange to see. But what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, after I fill you in, I'd love to hear your take. And if you do know what I'm talking about, here is a quick refresher. A YouTuber by the name of Dan Allen Gaming has 189,000 subscribers on YouTube, does all sorts of gameplay, variety of all sorts of games, and some pretty solid content. There was a Twitter leaker account called The Real Insider who leaked things as notable as Assassin's Creed, all the game info before that happened with Assassin's Creed Mirage and the spooky one and the Japan one. Leaked Forspoken stuff before that was revealed. Leaked stuff from Metal Hellsinger, so games both big and small. And then in a very 2022 social media-esque way, Dan Allen Gaming didn't realize he was logged into the Dan Allen Gaming Twitter account and replied to someone on the Real Insider account with the Dan Allen Gaming account, confirming and revealing that the Real Insider was in fact Dan Allen Gaming. Now let me set the stage for why this is colossally crazy, because people leak stuff, whatever. You see it all the time. We talk about Nintendo, but the big difference here is that Dan Allen Gaming as a YouTuber signed all sorts of agreements and got all sorts of perks by being a content creator. He signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, which commit him legally to not revealing the information that he has been granted by Ubisoft, by Square Enix, by whoever else he's worked with. And then he got perks, aka got to play games early, got to see presentations early, maybe even got to fly somewhere and actually be with the developers and PR and experience the game and do something very cool. And he betrayed all of that for clout. Now, Dan Allen Gaming just posted not only an apology on Twitter, but he posted his apology video just about an hour ago. So I just watched that, and I think this is like the full picture of everything, including repercussions and how I feel what should happen next to Dan Allen. Now, I do want to say that I don't think anyone should go try to make this guy's life any worse. I don't think he's a horrible person. I don't think he deserves the worst. I don't think anyone should go level hate on him. I think the guy he's having a hard enough time, and I don't want to see anything get worse for him. And I think what he did was very wrong and shocking. I don't know how many of you have seen Jordan Peele's Nope, but sort of the crux of that movie, the core point, the underneath metaphor or analogy or whatever is how desperate people are for attention. And we live in an attention era where attention is more important than anything else. And Dan Allen Gaming exemplifies this so perfectly. It's like the movie and him kind of just happened at the same darn time, because Dan Allen Gaming has 189,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a good number. That's more than majority of people, almost everyone, would ever have. If you started a YouTube channel, no offense, but it would probably be very, 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 very hard for you to get to nearly 200,000 subscribers. That is a substantial amount and something to be really proud of, and I think really enjoy. It's a lot of attention. Now, the last screenshot I've seen of the Real Insider Twitter account had just over 13,000 followers. 189,000. They're not even close. But Dan Allen himself admits in his apology video that he wanted the clout and the attention and the buzz of people waiting on his words, of following his Real Insider Twitter account, of posting about it on Reddit, of sharing the secrets around, and of being the source of this, despite already having a ton of attention via something he came by and created honestly and with integrity. And he did it. He lived the dream. He created the big gaming YouTube channel that everyone and their little brother or sister or friend or puppy wants to create. So that's what makes it so fascinating. And that's what makes it kind of almost like psychologically interesting of like social media and the effects and the pulls it has on society and humans today. Like even a bunch of clout, way more than an average person would ever experience, still isn't enough. There's still some void, and we don't have to get super therapeutic with this and talking about all the inner mind meanings, but I want to talk about how the experience is for someone that goes through this, because I've signed tons of NDAs. I've been to tons of events. Post-COVID, I've done a lot of virtual events. I have a lot of information right now. I'm sitting on stuff right now. I never once have thought about leaking that, creating an alternate persona, or, and to me this is the most important one, messing with the people that really gave a lot of faith, a lot of belief, and a lot of time and money and sweat and tears probably into me. And what do I mean by that? These events, no matter if they're virtual, digital, in person, they take time, they take effort, and these people try their best. And by these people, I mean the PR people from Ubisoft, the developers that show up at the events, the PR people from Square, even from Mental Health Singer. They are doing their darndest to provide an experience for us content creators, us YouTubers, and journalists alike to enjoy the game, to see the game, to answer our questions, to give us food, to pay for flights, to pay for Ubers, to pay for hotels, to organize everything, to work tirelessly to make sure all the sound is working, all the electronics are working, everyone is taken care of. If someone doesn't feel comfortable in their hotel, they will switch them. If someone needs gluten-free options like this guy, they will provide that. These people are almost across the board nice and helpful. And let me go one deeper, incredibly caring. I had an experience, I don't know, you guys saw it probably on the channel, where I got robbed at E3. Over $10,000 of my stuff was stolen, busted out of a car at a Ubisoft event. And 2 Ubisoft PR employees stayed with me till after midnight, the night before E3, just because they cared. They put me and my well-being and what was going on with me above themselves, probably above their company, above their sleep, above what they needed. And so the point I'm making is these people at these events working for these games, the ones that are asking you to sign the NDAs, the ones that are conveying this early information. It's not just, ooh, you're special because you got this gaming knowledge. Like, that's great. Trust me, as a gaming fan, so fun to find out about stuff ahead of time. It's a privilege. It's a blessing. But the humanity of the people that all are involved, I feel, earns respect and integrity, because there's faces and names behind the commitment they're making to you and the commitment you're making to them. At least that's how I feel about it. And for how kind they are, I mean, we're doing them favors as well, right? Helping promote their games, that's what they want. They're basically paying to get us there, to show us the games so that we'll make content and spread the word about their game. It is an exchange, I understand that. But they don't have to invite us, and at one point, they didn't invite us. There was a time in my early years of Ghost Robo, my first channel back around 2011, where they did not give a darn. YouTubers were viewed as second-class internet citizens. Seriously, journalists and media, cool. YouTubers, we don't know. Sketch as heck. Sketch as heck. And then it became bigger and bigger, more and more, hard to ignore, hard to avoid, and then some companies showed trust, and that paid off, and so other companies showed trust, and before you know it, YouTubers and content creators and gaming companies really united in a great way to provide a lot of cool early content to audiences like you. Now, I want to be clear, Dan Allen Gaming's, I don't even want to call it an oopsie. It was very intentional. He's very clear. He's very apologetic. And look, like I wish the best for the guy. I believe him. I think he's sincere. I think he knows he goofed up. I don't know how you couldn't. I think he should be given a second chance on YouTube. I think he should, he says he's going to take some time away. That's a smart thing to do, but still make your videos, man. Still try to provide that positive content. I love that he said he wants to come back as a positive force. And I'm going to draw from the good things he said as well. He screwed up, but there's good in his message. I don't know how much of a second chance he should be given from the gaming companies. Maybe not for a long time, maybe not ever, because that's the part of it that you just don't do that. And look, Dan Allen Gaming is not going to blow up the whole YouTube gaming company relationship. It's not like all of a sudden my email inbox is going to dry up and they're going to revoke the keys and they're not going to send review code and they're not going to invite to events. Like, I've got events coming up. The world will go on. It's just one person. But it is a black mark on YouTubers as a whole. I guess it is. You can't deny it, but I just don't. That's not the biggest thing here. The biggest thing here is more, why do that to people that are being great to you only for clout. Because let's be serious, Dan Allen Gaming gained nothing from that real insider Twitter. It did not benefit his YouTube in any way because there's no connection. He still got to go to the events. He still got to get the gameplay. He still got to make the videos. That's where he made money. That's where he had a big audience. That's where he got more opportunities. And so it's just strange and interesting. Why do this? There's no benefit. There's zero benefit except like living on the edge, a little adrenaline rush, and feeling important. And I will empathize in a way. YouTube is very difficult. I have a very successful channel. I had an incredibly successful Ghost Robo channel for the better part of a decade. And there were many times where it didn't feel like enough. Many times where it felt like, as great as this is going, it's not going how I want. It's not going as good as it could. It's not going as good as other people. And so for every 189,000 subscribers Dan Allen Gaming had, SwitchForce has triple that. And Beat 'em Ups has 10 times that. And you know, it just always gets bigger. There's always somebody doing better. And so you always feel this pull to reach that. The next person up is where you want to be, not content with where you are. And in today's day and age, when attention is a currency and attention is easy to achieve via a little bit of trickery, a little bit of malice, a little bit of bending the rules, sometimes that pull is too strong. Now, for me, that pull is non-existent because my respect and my desire for just living an integrity-based life and being someone who's reliable and trustworthy, and I've seen that pay off for me. The good guy may not win in the cartoon, but the good guy often does win in real life. Maybe not initially, maybe not across the board, but many times. By being honest and trustworthy and reliable and professional and kind and caring, I've earned tons of opportunities that I probably don't have any business earning. I have made friends and connections that have extrapolated into outside opportunities, into things beyond YouTube, into long-lasting partnerships that have kept me connected to a whole bunch of different companies, a whole bunch of different people across them leaving jobs, going to new jobs, things changing, game consoles changing, generations changing. I truly believe that a lot of my success on YouTube is due to operating from a place of genuine gratitude, kindness, and positivity across the board. It was frustrating when I would see people get ahead by doing shady stuff. That happened all the time, especially on Ghost Robo. You'd have people just breaking the embargo in a smart way, right? They'd post it on a Saturday. Oops, didn't know. But then the company couldn't take it down until Monday because they're out of the office. So then they would get 1 million views Saturday and Sunday, and then it would get taken down because they made a mistake and they read the embargo wrong, but they already had 1 million view lead on everybody else. I don't buy it. If you can run a YouTube channel, you can read an embargo, and it's just not okay. I also think people don't take it as seriously as maybe they need to because it's games. It feels like, hey, I sit here, I make this video, I talk to this camera, we're playing the games, you know, I got my Switch controller, I got my Steam Deck. But these are big companies. This is big business. And it's legally binding when you sign those documents. I don't think people realize that. And that's not really on the fault of the company. I don't think like, oh, the company needs to have a seminar where they explain, like, don't do this. It should just be obvious, but I do believe that it's taken lightly given that it's fun and games. It all is very legit and very serious, and there are real people involved. I do think it's frustrating to see your stuff leaked out. And we have a massive leak culture right now. GTA 6 leaked in a humongous, illegal, hacked, giant, crazy 90+ video way. You know, people are always trying to leak stuff about games. I mean, Pokemon has been leaked to heck and back for Scarlet and Violet. That's crazy. We got, you know, the Jason Schreiers of the world and the Jeff Grubbs reporting on leaks. There's something different, though, about this YouTuber situation because it's very direct. It's not reporting. It's not anonymous. It's not a source. It's just straight up wrong. The attention just isn't worth it. Attention and clout, never worth sacrificing your morals, your values, who you are. If you even have 2 people that give you attention, honestly and authentically for who you are, genuine you, That is worth way more than 13.4 thousand people that are giving you attention for some not great reason, for some illegal, disrespectful reason. And it's just never worth it. The high that you feel from getting that clout and attention is so fleeting. And the only thing that could happen is that it leads you to want more and more. Like a vicious, never satiated beast, it cannot be fulfilled. And I speak that as someone that had nearly 2 million subscribers, that had people asking for my autograph around wherever I went in the world, literally in different countries. It is cool. It feels good. And yet it does not make your life awesome. And it does not solve all your problems. And truly, if you're not good with yourself, if you don't feel happy and content, it will never be enough. And whether it's 2,000 or 20 or 200 or 2 million or 20 million, we've seen from top to bottom people be very disillusioned, very depressed, and very upset. I would say a common characteristic of content creators is they usually have a lot of mental health struggles because it doesn't make things instantly better or easy. And the drive, the chase, the longing, the want almost becomes a sickness. Hopefully Dan Allen can bounce back from this. Like I said, I don't want anything bad for this guy. It's a mistake. It's wrong, but he gets that. And hopefully we don't see more instances of this. And I don't know. I mean, attention, nope. Like everything is so spot on. That's where society is right now. But maybe at least some of us, we can turn a corner and realize it's not all it's cracked up to be. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about it, about what I said, about what happened, and I'd love to know your perspective. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, everybody, love you lots. SwitchForce out.